Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Chinaza's Life. So for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. And for those of you who have watched past my videos that are Wind Down Wednesdays, we've finally returned. I had taken a break from it just because, again, I was in the place where I was not drinking alcohol, period, because I was trying to lose weight. However, now I've incorporated it back into my lifestyle. Still sparingly, I try to limit it to like once or twice a month. So this is currently my third time. It might be my fourth time this month, y'all. I'm not gonna hold you, but I tried to save this bottle though, specifically for Wind Down Wednesday. I didn't make it. I drank some of it last week, but we still have a good amount left, so I think that we'll be good to go. Just a disclaimer on today's video. I was literally like this close, like even though this is close, like closer than that, to this video not even happening today. Literally, like everything that could go wrong was going wrong. I was setting up my lights and everything, and then my camera that's on the ring light dropped, and then part of my ring light broke, and then literally all the outfits that I had tried on that I had pre-planned, mind you, like I plan everything in advance. I do my notes, setting up, making sure what location I want and everything like that. The locations I was trying for the video weren't looking good with what I was wearing. What I was wearing wasn't looking good. And I was just literally so frustrated. My nails are also a disclaimer, and they literally, they're ready to come off basically. But the thing is that since nail salons are closed here, can't go get my nails off, and they are SNS nails. But the point is, they kept on literally like hitting everything that I was trying to like move around, whether it was setting up my video equipment or getting caught in my clothes. Now one of them is literally like split down the middle, and like it's just a lot going on. So the point is that this video almost didn't happen, but it did, and we're here. So you know what? I literally like had to like pull myself together. The thing is, for me, I'm already an emotional person as is, and then it's also that time of the month, so I'm gonna be like super extra emotional. Like I literally was like on the verge of tears, and like I just felt like so like not like myself, and especially like when I was trying clothes on that I thought the outfit was gonna hit. Like, you guys ever get ready and like have your outfit planned out and think it's gonna look so good on you that you don't even try it on? Like I literally was like, before I do my makeup, before I get ready, I might as well just try on the clothes just to make sure. Literally, of the 4 outfits, mind you, I done tore up my closet for it too. Of the 4 outfits that I picked, 0 of them. And that's how I ended up in this. And literally, like even my face, I wanted to do like a full beat. I had this whole eyeshadow look planned out for one of the outfits, and it just didn't work out. But it's okay, because here we are. I think I still look poppin' in my little hoodie and my hat that says honey, which by the way was thrifted literally for like $2. I'm not sure where it's actually from, but anyways, none of this is part of today's video. But the thing is, I just wanted to share with you guys what I just went through to bring this video to you guys. And then I especially had to pull myself together, because I was like, no sis, like you're behind on videos for your video goals this month. Like, nope, this video is going up tonight whether you like it or not, so you better put something on, you better hop into the shower, and you better get cute and come on the screen. So here I am. So today's wine is Yellowtail Moscato. As you guys can see, it is drink from the last time that I told y'all I was drinking some of it, but it's still gonna do. Basically, this is one of my favorite wines. I can't remember the first time that I had it, but I definitely drank it frequently during my senior year of college. And since then, it's always been a staple. It's kind of my go-to. I love the sweet taste of it. And I think, yeah, it's just great with everything. I'm not one of those people that like drinks it with like, let's say, oh, this is better with cheese or this is better with pasta. Like, I'll drink whatever. But this, I just love the taste of it. So that's why I drink it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour myself a cup, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. When the waiter tells you to say one. Nope, keep going. Nope, keep going. Yep. Yep. Ooh. Perfect. I just realized that wearing lip gloss probably wasn't the best choice for today's video, but we move. So what I wanted to discuss with you guys today is the power of writing it out. And what I mean by that is like actually the physical act of writing. So that's like putting a pen to paper basically. Now it can work for you if you want to type, but me personally, when I am writing, and especially to express how I'm feeling, I prefer just to write with a pen in hand. It just feels more traditional, and I just feel like, I don't know, like I'm getting more out of it in a way. But again, it's whatever works best for you, whatever you're most comfortable with, and whatever works as a release for you, which is kind of the point of what I'm trying to get at. So growing up, I would say definitely around the time of third grade. So however old you are, during the third grade was when I discovered that I kind of had a love for writing. And for me, this came to writing time in class. I believe that we had to write a story in class every day. And I used to just really be in there, like in my bag. Like I think it was a time story or whatever. Like the teacher would be like, oh, you guys have 10 minutes to write a story. But I literally used to have like such a vivid imagination. And I think that that was one of the greatest ways for me, especially as a child, to just have that type of release and just to feel your creativity spurring. So I would say as I matured and as I got older, it definitely turned from a love of writing into a love for like journaling and just writing in like a diary. And I think that that was a great way for me to be able to, you know, like realize what I was feeling, especially when you're going through puberty, you know, like you start to feel all these things that you haven't felt before. And I think just for me, like keeping that diary, like it was kind of like, even though you can talk to people, like keeping a diary was something that was like so sacred. And especially for like girls back then, like we used to have like the whole thing where it was like it had a lock on it, like no one was allowed to read it. It was like the most important thing to you. And looking back when I read some of my diary entries, I'm just like, what was I going through? I think it's just always nice to have something to reflect on, to look back on. And for me, writing has definitely been a release in so many different ways throughout different time periods in my life. In high school, I actually started to subscribe to 17 magazine, and guys, I was like literally like obsessed. Like I don't think a month went by during my entire like teenage years where I didn't get a 17 magazine in the mail every month. Like I would get it and I would just go through it and like have so much fun reading it and like looking at the pictures and everything like that. So I feel like my love for writing definitely translated into my love for reading. And I was someone who was like a fast reader too. So I literally would go through the magazines so quickly, but I like stacked them all up and I would look back on old magazines. And in turn, this basically translated to me having kind of a knack for reading. This definitely made me realize that, you know, like maybe a career in journalism, somewhere where I could write in a magazine, would be the career for me. And definitely leading up until my senior year of high school, that was my career plan. Like that was my goal. But I believe that during my junior year of high school, I had a journalism. I think it was either my junior year or my senior year, but I feel like it was my junior year. I'm gonna say it was my junior year of high school. I took a journalism class. There was actually a journalism course. And my professor, I specifically remember him saying this, like I feel like I'm a rapper right now when they're like, oh, I had a teacher that told me I was never gonna be nothing, da-da-da. My teacher didn't say all that, but he definitely told the class that there were no jobs in journalism. And I took that to heart because obviously as someone who's about to go off to college, you don't want to come out of college without a job. Like that's definitely a big fear for people. And I think that my teacher saying that kind of made me feel like, like maybe I should reconsider this career path then if that's the case, you know? And looking back now, I definitely wish that I hadn't listened to him. However, I was still able to figure in journalism and my love for writing when I got into college. And in college, I would say that this came about through me joining Her Campus. And for those of you who may not be familiar with Her Campus or don't know what that is or may have heard of it, it's basically a digital online magazine for college women created by college women. So this was something that I was so hyped to find out about. I joined actually when I was a freshman or towards the end of my freshman year, and I joined on as a writer. So through this, I was able to get back into my creative space for writing because in like high school and in college, that first year and like my last years of high school, yes, I was writing like essays and different things like that, which I was good at, don't get me wrong, but like it didn't like spark my creativity. And I do believe that I had stopped journaling, like stopped writing down what I was feeling towards the end of high school. So being able to write in Her Campus and contribute, we had weekly posts that we contributed. That was definitely like a creative release for me. And then it was also returning to my roots in a sort. And it definitely like just made me feel empowered because I just loved how I was able to feel when I put like my pen to paper, or in this case, put my fingers to my computer board. One of the things that I loved to do while being a writer for Her Campus was to interview students on campus. And with this, I was just able to, like gain a broader understanding, get to know new people, and then also get to tell other people's stories, which, as you guys can tell, and as you guys can see, like with me being a videographer, I think everything has kind of just like come full circle. So something with her campus as well is that I actually ended up becoming president during my second year. So as a junior and as a senior, I was president of her campus. And although I was president, now this also meant that I was like the editor-in-chief basically, which means that although I wasn't necessarily writing as much, I was definitely like being able to edit people's work and to go over it and to make the brand even better. I just realized I've been chatting and I haven't been sipping. We're supposed to be winding down, guys. You gotta remind me. Comment down below what you're sipping on today. So since leaving college and not necessarily being obligated to write, whether that's for class or for her campus, I definitely haven't written like as much as I'd like to. I had actually bought some books back when I had graduated. So the summer after I graduated, so basically September of 2018, was when I bought these journaling books, and I had planned to like write in them like every single day. That lasted for about like a week, and then I literally have not revisited them. Sometimes when you put things off for so long, it's kind of like you kind of forget about them. And then when you start back up again, you're kind of like, whoa, like how was I ever living without this? And I would say for me, that's definitely been journaling, because now that I've picked back up that habit, I literally have not been able to put these books down. I would say that definitely writing in a journal, like specifically for my notes, for like my YouTube videos, different things like that, like just the physical act of writing definitely like is just a release for me. It doesn't really matter what I'm writing about, but obviously if it's something that like I'm more interested in, it makes me feel better afterwards. But once I started writing in these journals, and I'll talk about them, they're guided journals, like I literally like got a mood boost, and I've started to like share some of the prompts, some of the questions on my Instagram stories, just to kind of give you guys the ability to also, like maybe these questions can challenge you, and maybe you too can write it down and maybe it'll help you. And I think that's just my main thing, like being able to channel my thoughts out and to just like write and keep on writing. Sometimes like I'll be writing and I'll realize that like so much time has gone by, and I'm just like, wow, like that was a great release. Like it felt really good. But I think the point that I want to get across today is kind of think about something that you used to do in the past, or that you used to do more often that you don't now, that used to kind of like bring you a sense of joy, a kind of sense of release, a kind of just that like peace, and try to go back to it, like especially during this social distancing period. I feel like there's not a better time than now to pick back up an old hobby. Even me, like aside from writing, like I've literally been writing play violin on my to-do list every day, because I recently got my violin fixed. I used to play the violin growing up, so definitely from like third grade up until my senior year of high school, and that was kind of the last time. So I think writing and playing the violin kind of started around the same time. Now that I think about it, they literally started and ended at the same time. Then I picked back up writing and then I put it down, but now I'm trying to pick back up my violin. So guys, write down in the comments below, play your violin, sis, like we're watching. So guys, this is only my second cup. I'm definitely needing to play catch up right now, so just bear with me for this little commercial break. So I wanted to show you guys the journals that I'm currently writing in, and there are two of them. So there's one called This Time Next Year, 365 Days of Exploration. So the thing with this book is that it has 365 prompts, and just to give you guys like a sampler, some of the questions are like, write down a dream you finally fulfilled. How did the actual experience compare to the dream? And the point is that you're supposed to look back on this book like basically a year later and kind of compare your feelings, and it just makes you like get to know yourself deeper in a sense. Definitely, it's some questions that you're not going to think about on the daily or on the regular or kind of like ever. Just to give another example, one of the questions is, what is your favorite mode of transportation and why? One of the questions or prompts is, try a new recipe. If you don't often ever cook, look up a very simple recipe and try your hand at it. write the name of the recipe here. So again, just like different little things to get your mind going and things that you wouldn't have done normally. And then I have this one, which is The Grass is Green Enough, and it's a guided journal for like positivity and like perspective. So this one is definitely like more like serious, I would say. Not to say like the other one is unserious, but this one is kind of like more challenging to the mind in a sense. And with this guided journal, these are the prompts that I actually share on my Instagram story. Both of those journals were purchased at Barnes and Nobles. And obviously guys, like you literally can just write in like a plain journal too, which is what I do sometimes as well. Like sometimes I don't feel like using the prompts and I just kind of want to write out what's in my head. So you don't have to spend a bunch of money to be able to journal your thoughts. Those are just some ones that'll give you prompts just in case you may need help with that, or just in case you kind of want to challenge yourself versus just writing out your thoughts. Both are completely fine, and again, it's whatever works for you. And again, if you're not looking to purchase it, I do post prompts on my story almost every day. So that's definitely a way that you can kind of like challenge yourself aside from like buying the book, like if you just want to journal on the regular. So again, if you guys are not following my Instagram, go ahead and make sure to follow so that you can stay updated. And for those of you who may have a knack for writing and who actually do find release, and maybe if you just want to try for the first time, I definitely suggest it either way. I would say this week, just challenge yourself to just write and just keep on writing. Keep on writing until you have nothing left to write about, and kind of like look at the time before you start, like no distractions, just challenge yourself to write and no time limit. Like just keep on writing, like put your phone away, put the clocks away, like just challenge yourself and see how long you can write for. Literally just to put away your phone, put away all distractions, and just write and just keep on writing, and then like kind of note the time that you started and then look at the time when you're finished, because I promise that literally like when you write sometimes like you can just get lost in your thoughts. And also note how you feel afterwards too, because I know for me personally, like again, like I just wanted to share this with you guys because it's one of the ways that I'm able to like just release whatever it is that I'm feeling and just to kind of like put it all out there. And I just feel so much better after I do journal and after I do just kind of like write. So I'm also going to challenge myself to do that too. So I kind of want to see how long I can go for without like actually realizing that like I haven't picked up my phone in like an hour. Wow. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video and tuning in for another Wind Down Wednesday. I hope that you guys were able to enjoy and to take something away from this video and kind of to be able to find that thing that works for you to be able to release whatever that may be. And again, especially during this season, I think it's really important to find something that just helps you combat the stress and combat like the weird feelings that you may be going through during this time. Because I know for me, just being able to return to something that once brought me peace and once helped me to de-stress has definitely helped my mental health a lot. So whatever that may be for you, or if you want to join me on the writing challenge, you know, I definitely just suggest like something, returning to something that once brought you peace. So thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today and winding down on this Wednesday, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.